I'm still a fan even though it's salty. Hate to see you with some other bro, know you happy. Hate to see you happy if I'm not the one driving. I'm so mature, I'm so mature, I'm so mature. I got me a therapist to tell me there's other men I ain't one night, I just want you. If I can't have you, no one should.
If you know somebody who is being physically, mentally, or emotionally abused, please notify somebody. Do not just stand there and be quiet. Please notify somebody. Hi, you guys. Okay, please excuse the pile of clothes behind me. I do have to wash. So, yeah, this is gonna be a huge pile of clothes behind me, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this video. So, I didn't have a episode planned because I don't know why. I needed to discipline myself more, but I should have had this done before today. If I'm smiling so much, it's because I'm excited. But today I'm gonna give you guys a story time. Pretty sure I've told y'all stories multiple times, but I'm gonna go more with a longer video and specifically about this said person, because as you can see in the title, we're gonna be talking about the man who wasted my time because he wanted to be faithful, but he wanted to use me. I don't have notes, but I wrote down some key points that I wanted to talk about. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about a man named, I don't know, let's name him Trash, because his name is Trash, because he is trash. But Trash and I met, I think it was like a couple of weeks after my 20th birthday. We met on an app called 3Fun. If you don't know what 3Fun is, it's basically a hookup app for couples and singles. And somehow you might find a relationship, or you think you're gonna. But me and Trash decided to connect because he was a very dominant person, and I was kind of interested in his dominance. He had like a list of things that he wanted me to do as a submissive girlfriend, and I was like, yeah, I'm down for that. But I did kind of forget about that stuff as soon as I met him, because this is where the shit starts, okay? So me and Trash were going back and forth, introducing ourselves, introducing what we want, introducing like what our desires are, what do we want from each other, like how is this relationship gonna work. Then we decided to just one day meet each other, and this is my fault because I keep accepting like things from men instead of standing my ground, which I'm trying to do more. And if y'all want help with that, we can make a journey together here on this podcast. Well, basically, me and Trash, we decided one day around, I think around December, November. Like, I know it was a couple weeks after my birthday, so I want to say it was like a week after we met each other, like at the end of November. So he came to pick me up from my house, and this man was talking crazy. He was like, and I was in love because I love tall, dominant, chubby men. Like, he wasn't chubby, but like he wasn't chubby. He was average size, but like on a bigger average size. So basically, he was talking about, oh, you look beautiful, blah blah blah. Are you mine? This, that, and the third. He was basically starting to get possessive right at that moment. And I was like, of course, I was alert. I was like, yeah, I want this, blah blah blah. And I think I was kind of desperate for a relationship, which I still kind of am. But like, now that I'm on a path with God, I'm like, nah, let me step away from that. Y'all see more clothes on this side, but that's okay. The first date that we had, we went back to his place. I know y'all like, that's not a date. Like, he's just trying to have sex with you. In my mind, it was a date because it kind of didn't go smoothly. Like, he was like, we were all over each other, this, that, and the third. One thing led to another, and we did the didgeridoo. But little did I know, this man didn't want me. He wanted to use me. He wanted to use me for my goodies, okay? Which I always assumed men have a good intention for me, but I didn't realize how much they didn't want good intentions for me. But anyways, that's beside the point. So then the next morning we decided to, he took me home. I don't know if we stopped to eat something tonight. I don't remember and I don't really care. But after that, I don't know if I stopped talking to him or if he stopped talking to me. But then he was like, yeah, I want you to stop talking to all your guy friends. I want you to like break up with your boyfriend, this, that, and the third. I feel like you're gonna cheat on me, so I'm gonna need proof that you aren't cheating on me. And I believe this was like 2 weeks after we first met up. So I was like, okay, I got rid of everybody before I started talking to you, or when I first like physically met you. So of course, like, I'm thinking we're in a relationship, and he obviously assumed that, like, he didn't, like, he knew that we weren't in a relationship. Like, he made me believe that we were in a relationship, is what I'm saying. So me and Trash, like, I don't know what happened, what spiraled, but he just like started going off. Like, I guess for me, stopped talking to him, talking about, oh, like, I said that he was too much for me or something like that. It's not really clear in my mind of what happened. But the next time that we meet up, and that time rolls around, I think it was around sometime around December, and I had a panic attack because he was literally driving me, and he took my phone, and he basically said, oh, you out here cheating on me, see you texting some dudes. And I'm like, no, I'm not, I'm texting my sister. Like, I told him my sister's name. He didn't even believe that was my sister's name. He thought that was some dude. Like, I was like, sir, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not gonna be not loyal, question mark. So then we get around the downtown area from his place, from my place. We're in the downtown area away from my place. And this is the time that I didn't tell my parents about this man. So we were downtown, and this man kept pestering me. And when I say pester me, he was talking about, oh, no, that's not what happened. I'm always quiet around new people that are just me. So of course he's gonna be asking me why I'm so quiet, and I'm just like, I have anxiety, this, that, and the third. And he's like, why do you have anxiety? Why do you have to have anxiety around me? And I'm like, because I'm so used to men just using me for my body, which honestly, this was all around the time that I was kind of depressed and I didn't want to be home. Like, if I go out to do, it's just because I don't want to be home. So I'm putting myself in dangers, which I'm talking about my therapist. Don't talk about me like that. I'm talking about my therapist. But anyways. But he was like, why are you anxious around me? You don't have to be anxious around me. And then I told him about the time that a guy had literally sexually assaulted me. And he literally said, why are you blaming me for what he did? And I'm like, and then I feel like he said that it was my fault that he did that to me or something like that. I feel like I remember him saying that, like, it's your fault because you don't talk and blah blah, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, who are you? This is not the man that I met. This is not the man that I first saw. So then, like, he just rants on and on and on about, like, how men do this, men do that, women don't want to do this, women don't want to do that. Like, and then he started talking about, because I don't like lotion. And I came out the house ashy, which that was on my part. Like, even if without him in the picture, I should have put on lotion because, you know, we're ashy and I don't want people seeing my ashy. So, but he kept talking about, oh, you need to dress better, or you need to wear a skirt when you're out with me. Like, you need to not be ashy. You need to look presentable near me. And I was like, I just felt like beforehand I was already crying because he was already pissing me off about telling me that I should not be anxious around him. That it pissed him off that I was anxious around him. Like, that shit just pissed me off, so I was already crying. And then he had stopped near this hotel area downtown, and that shit pissed me off because he, like, it was a lot of shit that he pissed me off because he kept going on and on and on about being dominant, this, that, and the third. And if he said it, if I did this, nobody would care, blah, blah, blah. I can do what I do to you. I know, I could kill you and nobody would know. Nobody would want to come look for you. And I'm like, sir, are you going to kill me or not? Because at that point, I was already still depressed. Like, I'm ready to die, so shoot me if you want to. So after my whole fiasco of crying, I don't know. Yes, what I did, like, before we had got downtown to that town, before we got to the downtown area, we were still around my house. He did, like, he hit me somewhere. I think he hit me on my arm or my face. He did one of those. Or, like, he was punching me in my stomach. Like, he was, like, literally just trying to get deep in my stomach. And I'm like, sir, I'm Jigglypuff. You get, like, really hurt my stomach. It didn't hurt it at all. But that's when I was like, oh my gosh, is this man abusing me? Now, mind you, we were, like, in a roleplay relationship. So him hitting me wasn't really an active, like, oh, he's abusing me moment. Like, I kind of like getting a little slapped around a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. But once we got on the highway, he's like, he kept talking and he kept bothering me. He said so much that I don't even remember what the fuck he was saying. But I know he was talking about, like, I'm a man, I do this, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, you know what, go ahead. But then he pulled my hair. That's when I had braids in. So then he was like, yank. And that's the shit that pissed me off. Like, nobody that you care about, you wouldn't pull anybody hair that you care about. I mean, unless y'all doing the surgery too, but you know what? We ain't gonna talk about that. We were on the highway in a car at night. He was driving. He pulled my hair for no reason. And it was mid-argument and I was already crying. Then when we got to his house, it was okay there because we were in his parents' house and, he ain't want to do too much. Like, he ain't want to hurt me because we was in his parents' house and he know that I would go tell on him if he did some shit like that. But that night, it was chill too. Like, we did the didgeridoo again. And yeah, then, no, he introduced me to his kids. His little plushy toys. So he had a poop emoji. That's something I remember. That was really his son. And apparently, this nigga don't even have a bed. Like, he lives in his parents' basement. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, I don't mind that. I really don't mind that. Because it's tough times out here. Mind you, this man is also a marijuana dealer. Like, sir, you need to calm down. So after doing the didgeridoo, he had went upstairs and went to make us some drinks, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool, I want to drink some alcohol. And then he showed me, like, the process of his marijuana selling thing, and I was like, oh, cool. So then we went to go drop off his marijuana to his people, and I think he took me home after that. No, we had came back. No, my brain. No. He actually had stopped before we went to his house to drop off marijuana. And while we were on his way to his house, he was like, you can get arrested with me being around me, like, having marijuana in my car. Like, and I'm like, if you want to break up, just say that. Just say that. Like, that's what I'm thinking now, but at the moment, I'm like, I just didn't say anything. I don't think I did. So after we dropped off the marijuana to his peoples, we went to his house, and he had a little pipe. And then he literally, he was forcing, like, the pipe down my throat. And he was like, suck it in, suck it in. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. And then he also had his alcohol in this little water bottle. And I'm like, he said, drink this. And I was like, I'm not drinking that. And I was like, because, he could murder me. Like, I don't want to drink that. Also, at the same time, it's like, I don't want to drink alcohol. I'm not an alcohol person at the moment. Like, I don't drink the shit that you drink. But whatever. The fourth time, is it third or fourth? I don't know. You know what? No, I've only been there 3-4 times. I don't remember the third time. Oh, the first day that I met him, he did not want to drop me off at my house. He wanted to drop me off at the corner of my house because he was scared of my father. Because I told him, if you do something to me, he's gonna come after you, which is true. But his dad was scared. So, and mind you, every time that I was around him, he would abuse me. He would literally just try to hurt my stomach. He would punch me in my arm. He would punch me in my face. He would slap my face. He would pull my hair. He would choke me. That happened literally every time that I was around him. So every time that I would like block him, then I would get lonely, depressed, and then I would go back to him. That's like the reason why I went back to him is because I was depressed every single time. It's a whole lot of shit that goes on with me mentally, but we're gonna save that till I get better. So this last time, which was around, mind you, I didn't talk to him for a couple months, so this was around last year of, not last year, this February, at the end of February, I had went out with him because I was upset at my father for something, and so I was out, I was already out, I was at work, and yeah.
I'm still a fan even though it's salty. Hate to see you with some other broad, know you happy. Hate to see you happy if I'm not the one driving. I'm so mature, I'm so mature, I'm so mature. I got me a therapist to tell me